I used to tell people that the only nation that can save Africa is Biafra, like it or hate it. Because we are only people who understands this game. We are the only people who understand the ethics, the secret, the hidden truth, the lies, the deceit of the colonial masters. Whoever made them masters, I don't even know. They use force, they use manipulation and enter Africa. What are we doing about it? Absolutely nothing. And I'm telling you, you African, it's high time to stand, read, research, and find out who you are, and find out what really transpired for your country, for Africa as a whole. Don't just sit down there and say it doesn't matter. Someone somewhere is coming to help you. Nobody's coming. In fact, somebody that is coming wants to take his or her own shares. It's high time we stand up and take what rightfully belongs to us. Am I even talking about Nigeria? If you hear the foundation of Nigeria, if you hear it, anyways, please, if your first time of coming here, please don't fail to share and subscribe. Meanwhile, I'll be back. Just take a look at this. I'm coming back.
Okay, listen, pay attention, Africa. You see, these are the things they cannot teach you in school. Let me teach you for free. Pay attention. Linchpin information. Get in a pen and paper. I will teach you for free. What if I told you that the country you know today as Nigeria was actually sold and bought? Just imagine waking up one day to find out that your entire country has been sold like a property. That's exactly what happened to Nigeria. Wait, let me elucidate. Let me explain better. You see, in the year 1879, a British businessman called George Goldie established a company. This company, he called it United African Company. The main essence of establishing this company was to dominate the palm oil trade along the Niger. Then, in 1886, follow me carefully, in 1886, when was the company established? 1879. Now listen, in 1886, Queen Victoria, that is the Queen of England at that time, granted that company what was called a royal charter. Therefore, renaming the company into Niger Royal Company. This royal charter gave this company what was called an exclusive right to control trade in what is known today as southern Nigeria. It gave it right, okay, to negotiate treaties and sign treaties. It gave it right to collect taxes from southern Nigeria. Then, this company moved into southern Nigeria using military forces to sign treaties from communities. They use military forces to silence local laws that try to resist them. They collected taxes from them and controlled their businesses for free. Let me paint history for you. Pay attention. When was this right given to them? This right was given to them in 1886. When was King Jaja of Opobo arrested? 1887. Are you seeing the similarity now? It was after that right was given that they now moved into what is known today as southern Nigeria, where they found themselves, and they started dismantling kingdoms. King Jaja of Opobo was the first person they came to. They arrested him in 1887, accused him of blocking British trade. Follow me carefully, we are going somewhere. Now, in the year 1900, the British bought that company. Which company? Niger Royal Company. They bought it from George Goldie for how much? £865,000. That is over 250 billion naira today. They bought it from him Immediately they bought it from him. Pay attention to another history because I like the concerning history from history. Listen, remember they bought it in 1900. In 1900. Now, if you are following my teaching, you'll find that I told you that it was in 1900 that the British conquered the Sokoto Caliphate. Exactly on the 13th of March, 1903. That was when they sacked Muhammad Atahiru I, who was the then Sultan of Sokoto, who ran to Gumi, and they tied him there. Why? Because they have bought that territory. They have bought what is known as Nigeria from this George Godi. So you need to understand that Nigeria was not just colonized. Nigeria was bought. It was sold and bought. That company later merged from Niger Royal Company to what became British Petroleum, that is BP, and then later on to be known as Shell BP, which is known today as Shell. Shell. The painful thing is that this company, Shell, is still existing in Nigeria today. In fact, it's one of the big oil players in Nigeria. It still determines Nigerian politics today. That company still determines how Nigerian oil is being traded. That company still benefits from Nigerian resources. So nothing changed, only names. They are still the same. But listen, I disagree that Nigeria was sold. Irrespective of the fact that history states that Nigeria was sold, I disagree. Why? George Godi is a British businessman. It's not a Nigerian. You cannot sell a place that you do not own. And you yourself, Britain, you cannot buy somewhere that you do not own. You cannot buy people's heritage. So in as much as history connotes and suggests that Nigeria was actually sold and bought, who sold it is not a Nigerian. Because there's no such thing as Nigerian in 1886 or 1900. No. Nigeria started existing in 1914. And one person cannot sell entire kingdoms of different people that is called a nation that you have amalgamated. So you cannot justify yourself. But this is to tell you the mindset that these people have. They believe that this country was actually sold to them and they bought it. But we, the Pan-Africans, we argue, we say no. Someone cannot sell a place that he does not own.